But if you're like... Yeah. Alright, this is Game 2 of the finals of the DominateDominion.com League of Legends Dominion Tournament number 62. Evelynn Child Support is currently losing. If you're a VOD viewer and you didn't watch the game before that, that's a massive spoiler, but why the heck aren't you watching these in order? I don't know. Evelynn Child Support currently down 0-1. Clueless is winning. If Clueless wins this next game, they win. And they just flat out ice Evelynn Child Support's kill streak like it's not a big deal. Which I think would be
and last
cool.
game, they made it look easy. I don't think it was easy, but it is the Cassiopeia ban that we've been waiting for. So, Orianna is available to him. I don't know if Orianna was banned last game, but I remember reading in the Twitch chat 2 games ago, oh, why don't you ban Orianna against Tay?
Well, he also has Cassiopeia and Twisted Fate. You can't ban everything. Because then, if you ban out him, then let's see who's on their team. Sauron can get any number of 80 nightmares that you don't want him to own. Wolfer could get... Yeah, no, BB Pop and Sauron know some like sick OP champs, and so does Half-Hearted. So if you spend 3 bans to knock out Tau, they'll get like some real heat to bring to the table, and then they'll just carry Tau to victory.
So looks like Zyra was picked up. I think Zyra was banned last game. I should really write it down so that there's just too many bans.
There's only 10.
That's a lot.
Not really.
That's.
We decided that 10% of all champs was a fair amount. Riot keeps
Yeah,
making champions.
It is a reasonable amount. So are there going to be
12 at some point? Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
We're talking about that. No confirmation on if, where, or when, but it's a maybe. Because it seems reasonable. Because that's how we settled on 10 originally.
The kittens told us Zyra was banned last game.
Yay!
Thank you, kittens. That sounded a lot like a meow.
The second one wasn't as good. I can do some weird things with my voice. I can make some oddball noises. I won't make any of them on stream because, like, it's not very good. Some of them are loud, some of them are quiet. Feel free to clip out that soundbite if you want. No, guys, I'm not a cat. I'm a bunny. You saw the picture.
That was a bear, dude.
I'm pretty sure it's bunny.
What?
It's a bunny.
I thought that was a bear.
It's a bunny.
What?
See?
A bunny?
It's a bunny.
Show me the picture.
See the ears?
Again. Put the picture.
See the ears? They cover
the
the headset.
Oh my god, that's a bunny.
I'm a bunny. I'm a bunny and I cast Dominion.
Okay.
I don't even have opposable thumbs. I cast. I mean,
Dude,
you know, you ever see the movie Ted?
control.
It's like that.
I actually haven't seen that movie. Yeah, see, you said that it was a bear. That's why I thought it was a bear, because you were like, I'm a bear.
Oh, I said bear. That was actually kind of a throw reference to a comic.
Wow. Wow, these references just all over all of our heads. You know, if a joke is over all of our heads, maybe you shouldn't have told that joke to this audience.
I could take some serious shots fired at everyone, but I'm not gonna. Maybe the audience...
shots were fired.
Maybe the audience needs to get on my level. I'm sorry. Educate yourselves about things. But that is all a different topic for a different day. However, I was just using that to cover some time while we waited for these picks and bans to get through a little bit, because we've talked about a lot of these characters before. The chat bans, Teemo, Caston, Lulu, Kha'Zix. Teemo, he's a fast-moving champion. His magic damage is high. He has a blind. He gives vision to his allies. Caston, great chase, great escape. Has a long-duration silence and is slow. He can sort of appear and disappear on the map. It's pretty scary. Lulu has a slow, has a speed increase, has a damage shield, has a health increase, has an airborne, has a turn someone into a cat or muffin. Lulu's whole kit's amazing. And Kha'Zix. Kha'Zix hits people so hard he either A, forces them out of the fight, or B, kills them. He can play stealth games in the jungle. He can play bush games in the jungle. He gets resets. He's kind of a nightmare. And then we're seeing these bans, Nidalee, Wukong, Trundle, Jace, Kayle, and Cassiopeia. Nidalee, chuck spears all day. In order to get to Nidalee, you have to deal with the spears. After she's dead, her traps are still proccing on the map that give vision to the whole team for a really long-ass time. You don't want to deal with any of that, just ban Nidalee. Wukong, armor reduction. Wukong, armor reduction into Vayne shooting at you and you dying, into Pantheon Heartseeker striking you, into Ezreal auto-attacking you. Just Wukong makes such a great start for anyone else to follow up on if they're an AD character. Plus he has an AoE Airborne. Decoy, you can play mind games like crazy with that. Trundle has ridiculously high sustain. He's very durable. He's difficult to unseat from a point. Jace, long-range poke. He can brawl 1v1 fairly well. And if you go like sort of ADC glass kind of with him, you can jump down with an IE. You can blat someone. Just crit numbers pop up in the thousands and people die. Jace can be really dangerous. The movement speed also lets him get active on the map and really move around and contribute wherever he needs to be at the time. Kael's damage can get absolutely out of control late game because of Righteous Fury. Imagine an AD carry that can hit everyone on the team at once. Kael can do that. She can also save the focus target, or someone like Talon who's ridiculously fragile, and buy them that 2 seconds that they need to just really kill people. Then, she can chase very well because of Reckoning and her speed increase that RheingoldRiver knows the name of, but I don't.
Who? What? Oh, Divine Blessing.
See? There we go. That's why RheingoldRiver's here, because I am not that good of a caster by myself. I'm like 80% caster, right? 20% Twitch chat. I need to be 100% caster, or something like that. I'm also bad at math. The last ban, Cassiopeia, is because Tao plays an amazing Cassiopeia. If you saw Game 1, you saw some of those Cassiopeia plays. They were ridiculous. The thing is, like, if you counterban against a person, that also leaves an open spot for someone like Zyra or Elise to get through. So who knows what they would have, what they used to take advantage of that. But the Cassiopeia ban is specifically against Tao. Her sustained damage is very, very high. Plus, her AoE damage is good. She has a stun. There's a lot of good things about her. Yes, you can kill her, but you're probably going to die of the poison afterwards, is one of the things you have to worry about.
Pretty much what we saw last game.
Yeah. As for the picks, Sauron on Urgot. Urgot's a very safe ranged AD character who's pretty durable, and if down bottom, he's resistant to harass because of Terror Capacitor. He has a really long range as well. And there's a lot of cool games you can play with the Position Reverser. Zyra has a lot of AoE crowd control, AoE snare, AoE airborne. She has a slow on top of that, plus her damage is very high. The plants, you can also just put them off and walk away and just give vision in different areas of the map, which is also useful for that. Amumu has a lot of AoE damage, percent damage, AoE snare, a stun that's pretty spammable. That's icky, and he can stick to you. Some people would call it sticky icky. Some people use that as a reference for something completely different. Wolfer on Fizz. Fizz is a character that his burst potential is very high. In fights, he's tricky to kill because of Playful Trickster, and he has an AoE airborne on top of that. So you've got his crowd control ability. He can throw a bunch of people up in the air, give them time to gap close, or use that as an escape. Plus, he does a lot of AoE damage because of Playful Trickster. And then we have Tao on Ezreal. Ezreal's a great ranged AD. He has global map presence because of True Shot Barrage. It's just the range on that. Plus, it's a multiple target interrupt, so you can interrupt an entire group of people if they don't spread out on a point when they're trying to cap. And Arcane Shift, you never know when he's going to engage or escape. We have Talon, who's great at... Talon is really good at getting to someone to kill them. Between the stealth and the cutthroat teleport, he can cover a lot of distance just in effectively a blink of an eye and kill people that way. The silence is pretty brutal. He has a slow on top of that. And he can also make for great fight cleanup as well, if he gets into engagement on people that are low health. No, not that button. Not that button. Come on, XSplit scene. Come on. There we go. We're seeing Pantheon as well, who also has a global map presence because of Grand Skyfall. Auto crits makes him for a great finisher, but it's mostly that global map presence with Grand Skyfall that pays off a lot in this game mode. He's durable and has a stun on top of that. Same thing with Elise. Durable and a stun. Doesn't have the global map presence, but she's a durable character that has a stun. Both those two characters, Pantheon and Elise, can put out a lot of damage. They're not necessarily terribly bursty, but they will, if you leave them alive for a little bit, which they will be left alive typically because of their durability, they actually get to safely apply that damage. We're seeing Swain. I haven't seen Blueberry play Swain in a while. He's a very good Swain player. Swain has a snare, and his sustain is very, very high. He has a snare and a slow, so it's a couple crowd control abilities, and his sustain is very high on top of that. And then,
Anivia.
We don't typically see Anivias. That's interesting. Anivia. Here's what happens with Anivia. Anivia's wall is absolutely amazing for delay. If you use it at the wrong time, it can be down when you really want it.
Oh,
but
God.
It's amazing.
You can just, like, guarantee get a cap.
If you throw that down, you can close the door. There's very few characters in the game that can close the door. Vigor and Anivia, and Trundle to a lesser extent, can do that. Anivia, after 6, when she has her... That's a throw. That's a throw.
Oh,
That's the throw.
Her Glacial Storm.
Yeah! She can use that, and it covers a whole damn point.
I thought
absolutely great for zoning people off of it.
And I was like, oh, I need to remake the call or something.
No, that was a little bit of a
I'm sorry. I'll get there.
Well, see, I just figured I was talking a lot. I wanted to give you a chance to say something.
Well, see, once the game starts, I'm just going to be doing play-by-play nonstop, and so I figure, like,
I try to break you so you can breathe.
Time.
Like, I don't want your O2 levels to drop down really low and have you end up as an extra on house in one of the other hospital beds. That would not make me happy. Carnival Anivia. Anivia, large radius AoE, and can close the door on people. Has a stun, which is nice, and the rebirth thing. Sometimes that comes into play with delaying on points. Then, I ran out of champions to talk about, so let's just intro the game. This is game 2 of the finals. Evelynn Child Support is down 0-1 this series. Clueless is ahead by 1 game in this game 2. This is the finals of DominateDominion.com League of Legends Dominion Tournament number 62. Clueless' team consisting of Sauron playing as Urgot, Half-Hearted playing as Zyra, BB Pop playing as Amumu, Wolfer playing as Fizz, Tay playing as Ezreal. I am one half of your casters. I am Gandair, and allegedly casting with me is...
I am RheingoldRiver. I want to just not say anything because of the allegedly part, but introducing the right-hand team is going to be Evelynn Child Support, Infeed on Talon, Panzer's playing Pantheon, Painkiller on Elise, Blueberry on Swain, and Carnival on Anivia will be in the bot lane fighting against Fizz.
Blue Champs bottom lane, they both start with B. Coincidence? Maybe. Painkiller and crew heading up towards the top. Amumu and Pantheon stopping the cap.
Oh, blue and bot. I was like, Fizz and Anivia? That... What?
They're blue?
I get it.
They're in the bottom lane?
Get it.
It's been gotten. Top of the map, a little back and forth poke. Zyra plant's already in effect, chipping away at Painkiller, a little bit of damage on Blueberry as well. Infeed and crew catching up. Half-Heart getting a lot of capture on that tower before someone actually gets close enough to interrupt. BB Pop with the stun from around the side, catches Infeed, his health just plummeting, has to turn that potion on and fall back. Panzer's falling back as well, and Clueless has already secured the windmill at just barely past the 2-minute mark. Very rare for that to happen against teams like this.
All revives are still available, and the windmill just... You saw the zoning from the Zyra plants. They just went down, and no one wanted to walk past them and tank them. No one could kill them, and so it was just a free windmill going over to Clueless. And because the fight was so short and everyone got to recall, no revives were used, and there isn't an easy window for Evelynn Child Support to just gank bot lane while the members of Clueless are basing.
Yeah, that's spot on. There's no place, they can't just go down there because of the recall. Plant in the bushes is going to show where Pantheon is. Urgot poking his head out a little bit. He gets caught by and at least stun. It could be bad, but he does have a Mumu there for backup, so things might turn out okay. This active pressure on the map that you're seeing is what wins you games. Take 3 and hold, not the way to play. If you turtle up on a point, they will push you off of it. If you stay active on the map, like we're seeing here on the minimap, they're keeping the pressure on. The other team can't group up and move out effectively, which means the tower is protected by the fact that you're present elsewhere on the map. So you don't actually have to turtle up on it, because if you turtle up on it, that gives them map control, and will give them time to respond.
And Zyra now, with the Storm Shield, is just going to provide so much additional zoning. The plants do proc that. It looks like Blueberry trying to go at cap bot, but Wolfer is coming back to lane. Did pick up just his Cirque Shoes, gonna actually use his Turn the Waters there. So Carnival could maybe have an opportunity with that Glacial Storm.
I want that Anivia skin. That sound is pretty.
This Anivia skin is amazing. It looks a lot like Valor, but it's just such a good skin. Wolfer with a lot of creeps to kill, but he's just going to kill them. I do expect Anivia to start pushing onto him because her wave clear post 6 is just great.
Uh-oh, Sauron has found the enemy team, and he has not found a way out from the enemy team. BB Pop retreating.
The exhaust onto Blueberry, great Stranglethorns onto almost everyone. Critical had bumping used. First skill is just onto Sauron. There is Ezreal coming in with Poitier, just our King Shift into the middle of everyone. There exhaust onto Infeed, and it looks like he's going to live. Urgot with the revive gets here on time. A kill for him, and turning that around, I think they picked up 3 kills there. The neutralize was taken by Carnival. Wolford picking up the health, needs a little bit of reinforcement. They will not be able to get the capture because BB Pop is here. Stun comes down from the Flash Frost. There's a stun from the Bandage Toss. Glacial Storm being used. Wolford gonna play full Trickster. Zoss onto Anivia. Also, he might actually follow. 2 more auto attacks actually would be necessary. There's the egg, and it looks like she will probably be taken out. No, she's almost alive, and a Flash Frost could kill Wolford. Choose playful Trickster in time. Glacial Storm picks up the kill, and it is a 1-for-1. Zyra, meanwhile, falling in the top. The point is a quest objective right now, and with 3 dead on the side of Clueless, it will probably go over to Pazel and Child Support, so a 5-minute turnover.
And BB Pop is safely going to get that tower back, just barely. Infeed almost got there in time to keep it neutral, but not quite. Top end of the map, Pazel and Child Support is going to take control of that tower. Once again, Half-Hard camping out in the center of the map. Half-Hard, you are Zyra, but Zyra's not a plant anymore. Zyra became a people thing. You can't go back. I know the plants are your friends, but you have things to do, Zyra. You can't hang out with them all day. Bottom of the map, Talon heading back up towards the top. Swain by himself on the top point. And Sauron and Ezreal heading up there. Ezreal going for the capture. This is very safe because everything can just arcane shift out of the way of any threat. Blueberry has to dive in to interrupt him, but he's going to get stunned by BB Pop instead, take a lot of damage. Swain gets sent back to roost at the summoner platform, and BB Pop taking a lot of damage.
The ult from Ezreal actually missed everyone. Elise was in repel for the whole time and didn't get as much damage off as she could have, but Urgot actually going to fall. BB Pop misses the Bandage Toss there, and he'll be taken out. Okay, trying to kite back, and as we saw, he's very good at doing that. Double kill actually goes down over to Zyra, though. Half-Hearted picking that up. Infeed still alive, does not have the Shadow Assault anymore. That is on cooldown now. And the windmill is going to be safely in the hands of Pazel and Child Support for a little while longer.
The Infeed could be killed by Zyra, but Zyra cannot really safely get that engagement because Zyra would take a lot of damage, and then anyone who came up afterward would something.
I'm sorry, I was reading Twitch chat and I don't know what you just said, and I can't fill for you.
Oh dear.
So I'll just say this instead.
No, I got distracted watching the mini-map, and my train of thought got delayed. It's okay. Sometimes I can't say all the things I want to say.
That's why I have a co-caster to cover for you.
Yeah, my co-caster was reading the Twitch chat, and BB Pop catches Painkiller. Great curse to Sad Mummy, but there's not a lot of damage to follow it up, unfortunately.
Repel was used by Elise. She'll walk out. Kansas gets a stun down. Is exhausted. Zyra, meanwhile, picking up a kill onto Swin. Sharon, you're so low, you're so low. He gets a kill first. He does die eventually. Stranglethorn is used. BB Pop, run away. Run away. He's half-hearted with no mana right now. Tay does not actually finish the cap yet. He needs to save his teammate. There's the Heartseeker Strike. Spear Shot, one more auto attack, but Amumu with the stun. Brave Amumu, and he was not too brave. They got the kill. And Tay is probably about to die to Infeed right now. If you think he overextended just a little bit, there is the Shadow Assault picking up the kill. The minions were not quite there in time, and he got a little bit too brave.
Amumu had 7 seconds to camp on that stun cooldown. That's why he didn't recall. I saw him back off, and I clicked on him. I'm like, well, hey, he's just going to wait that out. And you saw him camp out right there, wait for his allies. Infeed with the Earth the Manatee, bopping him airborne there. Ooh, the cleanse, not quite enough. And the nice playful trickster by Wolfer.
Oh, the never move hits just in time. Swain picks up the kill onto Fizz there. Painkiller trying to get away. Does he have repel? It doesn't think it even matters. The Q is blocked by a spider. Come on, Tay, you should have expected that. Blueberry running away from Half-Hearted.
Portable spider wall, very handy to have as an Elise player. Sometimes a liability. If Amumu can bandage toss to that, he can get you.
Actually get the recall off. Trying his ult, he will die.
Swain's bird's gonna leave him. It's gonna leave him. No.
Oh no, oh no, Carnival. Oh no, oh no, oh no.
Carnival, I'm scared for you.
Oh no. And that will be Wolfroll picking up the kill.
Oh my god, Nivea fell apart. What? I want that skin. That is so cool.
Yeah, that skin is really cool.
Shout out to Riot's art team.
Wolford just used his escape, but he has a backup because it's a really short cooldown. Panzer's here. Dodges the cocoon, but does die to Elise anyway. Urgot coming in. Sauron landing his E. And gonna drop a few Acid Hunters. BB Pop comes in, gets a stun on. And then prepares for the stun moment, denying that health. Great, great. That was great.
Talon dying in midair. During that, Painkiller's gonna retreat, pick up this health relic. Over on the lower part of the map. Urgot pushing up, knows exactly where Elise is. has to have that vision. Zyra coming around from the back.
Top lane. And they'll probably be able to get the kill on him. He does ult exhaust onto Amumu, but I don't think that was worth because I think they're going to fall anyway. And he does.
Ezreal recalling Wolfer Fizz. Wolfer is a great Fizz player. Got a chance to talk to him in Dominion Breakdown number 5 Fizz. It's on the Vato Clan YouTube channel if anyone feels like checking that out. Carnival on the bomb, going to zone him away. Good zoning potential from Anivia. Has the ability to just sort of turn that Glacial Storm off and on. Such a short cooldown on it too. Just pop it on. A couple of seconds later, you can throw it down again. Very useful
right
for
now,
wave clear.
5-second cooldown. I want to say it's base 6. From her cooldown reduction, actually probably base a little bit more than that because she does have 25% already.
Wolfer is going to go for it against Carnival in the bottom lane. Has the Sea Stone activated.
But he's just taking so much damage. One Frostbite from Nivea and he'll be dead, or Swing coming in. He does get the egg off. 2 more minion attacks. Can he get there? Looks like he will actually survive. Gonna just recall over there after the side. Sauron is here. Wolfer not actually going back to base. He needs to be so careful right now.
3 people down here against Sauron. I don't even think Sauron can get away from that. Rake does not connect. Good true shot barrage from Ezreal.
Yeah, good ult. Stopping that. Carnival does not have egg up right now. Wolfo diving back in with playful trickster. Stranglethorn comes down. Will not actually get the knock-up onto anyone. Envy trying to run away with that Shadow Assault. Can Ezreal get the kill? Yes, he can. Okay, now on a killing spree. Meanwhile, in top lane, BB-Pop has 2 here. Curse of the Sun, Mummy comes out. He should be able to actually get the kill on the Painkiller, which he does. Trying to run away now from Panzers, being able to pick up the health. Ezreal is coming in on the other side, and I think Panzers may actually go down. The W and Q both miss. He gets the stun down, but Amumu gets a free bandage toss because he was channeling the Heartseeker Strike, and that is going to be Amumu picking up the kill. And Tay just walks over and says, hey, look, it's a point for me to capture, and my minions are already here, and it's a quest objective. I might do that. Swain says, no, I don't want you to do that.
Oh, dear.
Tay says, please. Swain says, no. And ultimately, Tay was not able to do that. It was so tempting. BB-Pop very brave, staying there for a long time. And then coming in with the Grand Skyfall. Half-Hearted needs to be careful. He gets 1 kill. Panzers has come in. Half-Hearted running up. Swain is meanwhile trying to capture top. He could die so quickly. Half-Hearted, though, does not have the mana for a single spell right now, I don't think. Sauron does have the exhaust onto Elise. Elise is going to repel the Half-Hearted. Probably actually get the kill onto him and possibly double kill, but Fizz is here. Yes, there's a double kill. Painkiller now needs to survive Wolfer, which he cannot do. True Shot Barrage gets the kill. Great ultimate from Ezreal.
Not able to stop the capture, however, but he did not need to. Fizz could have conceivably gone up to pick up the windmill, but he decided to play it safe and instead go ahead and opt for the recall so he get back down the lower part of the map. Clueless came to play today, ladies and gentlemen. Pays Evelynn child support over 200 points in debt in Nexus health, and I don't think that they can pay that off. Tao and crew on Clueless have been playing an excellent game so far. Panzer's Painkiller and Infeed all grouped up on the top half of the map, and this will be very interesting if this is a 2-0 victory for Clueless. I don't know if Pays Evelynn child support has ever been 2-0'd.
Panzer's trying to recap top of BB-Pop, Sarah, and Tay. And actually, all 5 members are top right now. They don't even care about bot. There is the repel forward. Infeed trying to cleanse away. It actually dodges the last Acid Hunter, but Tay can be taken out. Grasping Riz picks up that kill. Meanwhile, Anivia is in the bot lane trying to go for the backdoor. Ezreal is here. Probably will be able to stop the capture, if not the neutral, using that True Shot Barrage.
Clock temporarily stopped, 337 Nexus health to 112 Nexus health in favor of Clueless. Wolfer goes down for Carnival. Playful Tricksters through the Glacial Storm, but it's left up to slow Ezreal a little bit, toggled off immediately after it tags him with the slow, and Anivia has fallen to pieces over it.
And Tay is going to be able to capture, no problem. Panzer's finding a Sauron, or maybe Sauron finding the Painkiller and having so much damage comes down. Hyperkinetic Position Reverser gives you a lot of stats, but not enough stats. He does die. It's still a 3 cap for Clueless.
Talon moving down to the bottom lane now. 3 up at the top for Paizo and Child Support. Zyra, found by Swain. Throws down the ultimate to Airborne Painkiller. Can't quite connect with the passive, but a defensive Garrison is going to hold on to the tower for right now.
BB-Pop trying to just distract, really. Sauron getting some good damage onto Blueberry. He's sustaining with his ult for a while, but he can't forget. Carnival is here. Glacial Storm comes down. That is Urgot being exploded. Double kill, though, for Tay. He needs to dodge the E, which he does do successfully, and so he will probably win the fight. Great arcane shift at the end. Triple kill for Tay. He's also pretty good at Ezreal.
Yeah, he's a pretty good player. We only started seeing him 4 or 5 tournaments ago.
There's
actually.
a Dread Skyfall from Pantheon. BB Pop, you are probably dead. Gets the stun to interrupt the Heartseeker strike. Spirit Shot, and he is dead. Carnival is here too. Half-Hearted trying to hold. I don't think he's going to be able to. No, there is Zyra going down. In the ball lane, Wolfer actually picks up the kill onto Talon. Ezreal ult comes across. And Tay is here. Is he going to try 1v3? I don't think he can. He's just going to arcane shift out.
Tried for the interrupt, but not able to get. If there's an Ezreal on the enemy team, or just general purpose gameplay, spread out on a point so you can avoid captures like what happened. Stun on Tau, but he's going to be okay. Charging through the AoE from Anivia there. Defensive Garrison on the tower to help defend it for a little while. Panzer's health just getting lower and lower. Anivia got put on hold, but the passive brings her back just long enough for her to get sent back, unfortunately.
So it is going to be Clueless recapturing the point, or at least trying to repel forward. Gets onto Tay, but he just eased back. Doing a great job of cutting Sauron with the Terra Capacitor, a little bit of shield for himself. Tay needs to get up the health and the mana. Both are very important for him right now. He actually eased back onto the point, but the point is not owned by him. Half-Hearted channels the Never Move is going to not connect. Wow, I don't even know how that didn't connect. And it's Cripplify from Swing.
Ezreal's!
Tay lives!
Ezreal is kite-tastic. There's nothing you can do to stop him, it seems. Just ran around that point. That arcane shift, great move by them. Went into the tower. He was anticipating on a teammate having hold that, but they were not able to get early on. He still fortunately was able to survive. Zyra trying to be a speed bump for the members of the enemy team. Not quite able to do so. And Evelynn Child Support may be able to get this neutral. Finally, they're going to lose 1 to a True Shot Barrage and 2 to a Bandage Toss.
Great Bandage Toss. Carnival gets the Glacial Storm down. There's a suppress from Urgot coming in. Painkiller is here too. Sauron trying to cut away. Elise is on him. He is going to fall. And Panzer's now exhausted, is also going to fall. BB Pop on point, doing so much damage with his despair. Tay, double kill so far. Can he get the Quadra? No, Moo takes one of them. Sway now pretty low. Double kill for BB Pop. And they hold on to the windmill. Infeed is bought. Half-Hearted though here to defend.
Pays Evelynn Child Support is now struggling. They need to pick up a point and stop this clock, or they're going to lose 2-0. They're going to get 0-2'd by Clueless if they lose this game. And I believe that is going to be the first time that Pays Evelynn Child Support has ever lost a 2-0 in a finals of any of these events. Pays Evelynn Child Support, the longest running kill streak, and currently on a kill streak of at least 5.
And speaking of a kill streak, BB Pop coming in. There's a knockup from the Stranglethorns. Also just CC for days and days and days. Half-Hearted does go down. Ezreal comes across, and Tay is here, about to clean up the fight. Misses the first Q, but it doesn't even matter. Auto attacks come in. Sauron not even going to go down. Sauron living with a sliver of health, and Tay again cleans up the fight in spot. Wolfer also wins his fight, and they're going to get a 4-cap.
And they're going to win this game. They're going to take a victory 2-0 over Pays Evelynn Child Support. It may be the only one. They might have a second one, but not many teams can claim that they've won, especially not that can claim that they've won 2-0 against losing in a 4-capture situation at that last second. Tau with some excellent Ezreal play all game long. The Nivea not even being able to stop him with that, with the wall. He just jumps right over it, gets into the fight. The last 2 engagements, Ezreal really able to clean up, and Clueless is going to ice Pays Evelynn Child Support's kill streak, and they are the new champions of the DominateDominion tournament.
And that was just great play from Clueless in both games. They're
15-2 Ezreal. That's a 7.5 to 1 KDR. 7.5 to 1.
So well played by them. Their team comps were fantastic both games, and they just played to their strengths so well.
Take a look at the last couple things on the screen. Show you the graphs real quick. Take a look at damage dealt to champ. Well, Ezreal 36k. About 8k ahead of the next closest person, which are on his team. On the enemy team, he's 14k out in front of anyone else on the enemy team in damage. Let's take a look at time spent dead. Graveyard hero for this game, Pantheon. Time spent dead, 213.
I actually expected it to be Sauron, because he was just always throwing himself into the middle of the enemy team and dying for it, and picking his team up a teamfight win every single time.
Yeah. Sauron doesn't give a fuck. He will just charge in there. He'll die in the process, maybe. But the fact is that he starts that engagement. Sauron's Urgot is durable enough that he can survive and do some damage while it's going on. Plus, he burns all of their CC and all their abilities on him. Like, you jump in with Urgot, he's just like, I'm here, I don't care. And then, bam, takes all the damage. Everyone else's stuff is on cooldown. Sauron's dead, but then someone more fragile like Ezreal or Fizz comes into the fight. They don't have anything that's off cooldown to throw at him because Sauron ate it all. Sauron ate it all. That's all I've got for you guys today. I want to thank you very much for coming out and watching this week's tournament. You guys got to see something very interesting. And that Evelynn Child Support lost Clueless, your new champions, with a 2-0 win against Evelynn Child Support. I'm Gandair of the gaming clan Vato Clan, and casting with me has been...
I am RheingoldRiver. I am an NESL caster, and I do some other stuff too. You can follow me on Twitter at RheingoldRiver.
And you can follow me and my gaming clan on Twitter at VatoClan, youtube.com/VatoClan for individual game VODs and other media that I produce. You can check out over there. DominateDominion, follow the stream, twitch.tv/DominateDominion. Click the follow button, let you know whenever they go live. And sometimes DominateDominion's owner of the Feedski streams his own gameplay during the week. Sometimes Nick Day 7 will be on. And we do this tournament every Saturday at 5 p.m. Arizona time. You can look online, see what that translates into different time zones if you want to watch live or participate in the tournament yourself, because it's free to enter. You might as well play anyway. If you were going to play Dominion, why not have a chance at winning some RP and maybe get your game cast by me and Rheingold, or me and whoever else might be casting with me at that particular time. You follow them on Twitter at DominateDom. And on Facebook, facebook.com/DominateDominion. Go give them a like over there. That's all I've got to bring to you today. Thank you very much for watching.